that protects the body from infection by recognizing and targeting foreign substances that could cause harm. Infectious diseases are caused by microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites, which can be transmitted from one host to another. Communicable diseases are those that can be transmitted through contact or direct transmission, such as through droplets from sneezing and coughing. Contagious diseases are those that spread quickly over a larger population, usually through airborne particles such as dust or pollen. An infection is a type of illness caused by the presence and multiplication of pathogenic microorganisms in an affected person, including bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. In infection, the host is an organism that is infected by a pathogen, such as a virus, bacteria, or parasite. Vector in infection refers to a living organism, such as a mosquito, flea, or tick, that carries and transmits a disease-causing pathogen from an infected host to other hosts. The chain of infection is the sequence of steps by which a pathogen passes from an infected host to another host, enabling the spread of disease. To break the infection chain, public health measures such as social distancing, wearing face masks, frequent hand washing and doing regular temperature checks could be employed. Some helpful tips for proper hand washing include scrubbing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, using warm water, and ensuring all areas of your hand are cleaned, including the backs of your hands, wrists, between fingers, and under nails. The body's defense system consists of the immune system, which helps to fight off infections and diseases, as well as physical barriers such as skin and mucous membranes that help to protect against outside invaders. Immunological defenders are molecules and cells that protect the body from infections and disease. Neutrophils are a type of white blood cell that are part of the body's immune system, and play an important role in fighting off bacterial and fungal infections. Macrophages are large scavenger cells in the immune system that engulf and digest foreign particles, bacteria, and dead or damaged cells. Natural killer cells are a type of immune cell that are part of the innate immune system and play an important role in defending the body against viruses and tumor cells. Dendritic cells are special immune cells that help to detect and respond to foreign threats in the body. They differ from other types of immune cells in that they can recognize antigens and present them to other cells, helping to initiate an adaptive immune response. Lymphocytes are a type of white blood cell that play an important role in the body's immune system, helping to defend against infections, viruses, bacteria and other diseases. The lymphatic system helps maintain homeostasis by helping to protect the body from microorganisms, foreign substances, and cancer cells, as well as by helping to drain excess fluid from the body's tissues and transporting lipids from the digestive system. Antigens are molecules or substances that can stimulate the production of an antibody by a host to help fight off infection or disease. An autoimmune disease is a condition in which the body's immune system mistakenly attacks healthy tissue instead of foreign invaders, such as viruses and bacteria. An inflammatory response is the body's defense mechanism to fight off foreign invaders such as viruses or bacteria. It involves increased blood circulation, swelling and pain to the affected area in order to initiate the healing process. The immune response is a protective response by the body's immune system to protect itself from foreign agents such as bacteria, viruses, and toxins. Acquired immunity is the ability to resist and defend against a pathogen after being exposed to it and developing an adaptive immune response. An incubation period is the length of time it takes for symptoms or signs of a disease to appear after exposure to a pathogen. A community can recover its immunity by taking measures to promote physical and mental well-being, such as providing access to health care and mental health services, engaging in healthy lifestyle habits, and promoting safe social interactions. Generally, any immunization should be updated at least every 10 years for children and adults. Immunization is the process of protecting the body against infection and diseases by using vaccines. Active immunity is when an individual develops antibodies against a pathogen as a result of having contracted the disease or infection, or by receiving a vaccination. Passive immunity is a type of immunity in which antibodies are artificially transferred from one individual to another. These antibodies provide protection against a particular disease, but this immunity is temporary. Allergies are an adverse reaction to a particular food, inhalant or other substance, which is triggered by an individual's immune system. Pathogens are microorganisms, such as bacteria and viruses, that cause disease. A pathogen is a microorganism or other agent that can cause disease, such as a virus or bacterium. These pathogens cause disease by entering our bodies, reproducing, and releasing toxins that damage tissue and disrupt normal body functioning. This damage leads to the symptoms associated with infectious diseases. Bacteria are single-celled microorganisms that can exist either as independent organisms or in colonies of cells. Bacteria can cause diseases, metabolize nutrients and toxins, serve as food for some species, create a protective barrier on surfaces, and generate energy. Humans can reduce the development of antibiotic resistance by only taking antibiotics when necessary, completing the full course prescribed by a medical professional, using good hygiene, and avoiding the use of antibiotics as growth promoters in food animals. Common examples of bacteria include Escherichia coli, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, and Bacillus. Viruses spread by contact with an infected person, touching a surface contaminated with the virus, or inhaling respiratory droplets from an infected person. A virus replicates by inserting its genetic material into a host cell, hijacking its machinery to use it to make more copies of itself. It then leaves the host cell, carrying the newly created viruses with it. Examples of viruses include influenza, HIV, Ebola, coronaviruses, herpes, smallpox, and rabies. To avoid getting a common cold, try to practice good hygiene by frequently washing your hands, avoiding close contact with people who have colds, and aiming to get enough sleep. Influenza is typically spread from person to person through the inhalation of airborne droplets from coughing, sneezing, or talking. Additionally, it can be transmitted indirectly by touching a surface or object that has been contaminated with the virus. Influenza A is a type of contagious respiratory illness caused by the influenza virus. Influenza B is a virus-caused respiratory illness that typically presents with flu-like symptoms. Hepatitis is a group of infectious diseases that affect the liver. Hepatitis A is a contagious liver disease caused by the hepatitis A virus. It can cause symptoms such as jaundice, fever, nausea and vomiting, fatigue, and abdominal pain. Hepatitis B is an infectious and sometimes chronic liver disease that is caused by the hepatitis B virus, HBV. Hepatitis C, HCV, is a virus that causes inflammation of the liver, which can lead to severe liver damage and other health complications. Hepatitis D, also known as delta hepatitis, is a rare type of hepatitis caused by the hepatitis D virus, HDV, which can only infect a person who is already infected with the hepatitis B virus. Hepatitis E is a form of viral hepatitis that is an infection of the liver caused by the hepatitis E virus, HEV. AIDS is the last stage of infection caused by the HIV virus, during which a person's immune system has been severely damaged. Comprehensive public health measures and equipment are necessary to eliminate diseases, including access to clean water, adequate sanitation, proper nutrition, and preventive health care. The best approach to treating viral illnesses is to focus on symptom relief and encourage the body's natural immune defenses to fight the virus. A fungus is a type of organism that typically consists of a single cell and reproduces by releasing microscopic spores. Fungi are usually found in moist environments and can cause infections or diseases in plants, animals, and humans. Protozoa are single-celled organisms that can be found in many types of habitats, such as oceans, lakes, ponds, and soils. They have distinct nuclei and cell membranes, making them distinct from bacteria. A parasitic worm is a type of organism that lives off the resources of its host, such as nutrients and energy. Strategies such as increased surveillance, improved detection and diagnostics, rapid response capabilities, and better understanding of risk factors have all been developed to address emerging infectious diseases. Factors that could contribute to emerging infections include changes in the ecology and environment, population growth, increased international travel and trade, the emergence and increased use of antimicrobial drugs, and the development of antibiotic-resistant strains. Cancer occurs when cells multiply uncontrollably, while autoimmune diseases occur when the body's immune system mistakenly attacks healthy cells. Some common examples of infectious diseases include influenza, measles, mumps, and rubella. Some ways to support the immune system include eating a balanced diet, exercising regularly, getting adequate sleep and rest, managing stress, avoiding smoking and excessive alcohol consumption, and staying up to date on vaccinations.